On a cloudy Tuesday morning in Lisbon, Portugal, 32-year-old Javier Almeida rides his e-bike to a small cafe. He wears a second-hand jacket and carries a backpack that's seen better days. He orders a $2 espresso and sits quietly by the window. To anyone watching, he looks like a regular guy. But what if I told you? This quiet guy sipping espresso just sold his second tech startup for $8.6 million? That's right, Javier is a millionaire. Most people think millionaires live in luxury homes, drive sports cars, and wear designer clothes. But Javier is part of a growing stealth wealth lifestyle. Millionaires who live simply, save more than they spend, and prioritize freedom over flash. This new rich doesn't care about showing off. They care about having choices, to work when they want, travel freely, and spend time on what matters most. Here's the part most people miss. The richest people often live like they're broke, on purpose. And what do they know about money, success, and happiness that the rest of us are still trying to figure out? The answer might just change the way you think about what it means to be rich. Back then versus now, the shift in what rich looks like. In the 1980s and early 2000s, being rich was easy to spot. Wealthy people wore gold watches, drove shiny sports cars, and lived in big houses. TV shows like MTV Cribs showed celebrities showing off their closets, fancy kitchens, and luxury pools. Back then, looking rich was just as important as being rich. But something changed. After the 2008 financial crash, many people lost homes, jobs, and savings. It made the world think differently about money. In the 2020s, we saw another big shift. COVID-19, inflation, and tech job cuts made people realize being flashy doesn't always mean you're secure. Now, many millionaires don't look rich at all. They dress simply, drive older cars, and often live in normal neighborhoods. They care more about peace of mind than impressing others. Gen Z and millennials, who grew up with debt, expensive rent, and economic stress, have started a new money trend. They follow the stealth wealth lifestyle, keeping their money private and living simply. They've watched older generations fall into the lifestyle inflation trap, where every raise leads to bigger expenses instead of lasting wealth. Today, wealth isn't about what you show. It's about freedom, security, and having control over your time. Even billionaires like Warren Buffett still live in the same house he bought in 1958. Mark Zuckerberg shops at Costco. Keanu Reeves takes the subway. Being rich used to be loud. Now it's quiet and smarter. A new currency. Time, choice, peace. The new rich don't just want money. They want something even more valuable, freedom. For them, real wealth means having time to rest, freedom to choose, and peace of mind. They're not trying to look rich. They want to feel calm, in control, and free. That's why many of them embrace frugal living, choosing smaller homes, avoiding expensive cars, and spending less than they earn. The goal isn't to save money just for the future. It's to live better now. Studies have found that after you earn about $75,000 to $100,000 a year, extra money doesn't make people much happier. What really brings joy is having control over your time, being able to choose when to work, who to work with, and how to spend your days. That's why the new rich often work fewer hours, take long walks, spend time with family, or build things they care about. They cut out things that don't matter so they can focus on what does. They don't feel poor because they're not spending. They feel powerful because they're in charge of their life. Think of it like this. They're not being cheap, they're being smart. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to what truly matters. Less stress, more choice, and quiet confidence. One of their favorite sayings is simple. Money buys freedom, not things. For the new rich, freedom is the new flex. Exclusive is the new expensive. In the past, being rich meant buying things that everyone could see: gold chains, designer bags, luxury cars. The more you showed, the richer people thought you were. But now, the real rich are doing something different. They don't want attention. They want privacy. They want peace. And that has become the new sign of true wealth. Today, luxury is no longer about showing off. It's about living quietly and privately, having space, time, and peace that most people don't have. Think about it. Instead of shopping sprees, some wealthy people go on quiet nature retreats. Instead of posting vacations online, they enjoy trips without anyone knowing. Instead of partying at clubs, they spend evenings with close friends or reading by a fire. These rich people want something exclusive, not because it's expensive, but because it's rare. Even companies are noticing this change. Airbnb Lux says more people are booking private cabins in remote areas instead of flashy city apartments. Expensive watch and fashion sales are falling among younger people.
Why?
Because today's rich are focused on experiences over attention. As investor Naval Ravikant said, when everyone shows off, true wealth is shown by staying quiet. The new expensive isn't what you wear, it's what you don't need to prove. Not all millionaires are CEOs or celebrities. Some are regular people who followed a simple plan: spend less, save more, and invest early. They are part of a growing movement called FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. People in the FIRE community focus on living below their means so they can save 50 to 70% of their income. They don't wait until they're 65 to enjoy life. Many of them retire in their 30s or 40s, not to sit around, but to have freedom. Take Emma and Josh, a couple from Canada. They earned average incomes but embraced downsizing to save money, living in a small home, driving used cars, and cooking at home. By saving and investing wisely, they reached financial independence at 38. Now, they travel full-time and work only when they want to. Their journey is a powerful financial freedom story, not about luck, but about living with intention. Or Sarah, a software engineer who saved 65% of her income and bought her first home in cash by age 30. She uses geoarbitrage, meaning she earns in a high-income city but lives in a lower-cost country like Mexico or Portugal. What tools do they use? Low-cost index funds, high-yield savings accounts, and simple living with clear goals. Their goal isn't to become rich just to spend, it's to be free from stress, debt, and bad jobs. One of their favorite quotes: "Money buys freedom, not Ferraris." These are not people who got lucky. They just made smart choices early and stuck with them. FIRE millionaires prove you don't need to be born rich to build wealth. You just need a plan, discipline, and purpose. The dangers of invisible debt and fake rich. Some people look rich, but they're actually deep in debt. They drive luxury cars, wear designer clothes, and post fancy vacations on social media. But behind the scenes, they're stressed, paying off big loans, credit card bills, and trying to keep up a lifestyle they can't really afford. This is called being fake rich. In the US, the average car payment is now over $700 a month. Many people live paycheck to paycheck just to appear successful. But looking rich doesn't mean you're truly wealthy. Meanwhile, the quiet rich live simply, and their money grows. This invisible debt is dangerous because it steals your future. You're working hard, but going nowhere. As they say, some people are poor with money, others are poor with time. Don't fall into the trap. Real wealth is freedom, not flash. Want to see how others downsize to escape the lifestyle inflation trap? We've got a full video on that. Check it out next. You don't need to be rich to think like the new rich. It starts with changing how you see money. Instead of asking, "How can I get more money?" ask, "What do I want money to do for me?" The new rich use money as a tool, not just to buy things, but to buy freedom. 1. Know your enough number. Decide how much you truly need to live well, not to impress others, but to feel safe, happy, and free. 2. Spend with purpose. Don't cut everything. Spend more on what you love, and cut back on what you don't care about. Example, travel more, but eat out less. 3. Save automatically. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts. Start with 20% and grow from there. 4. Invest simply. Use easy tools like index funds, ETFs, or apps like Vanguard or Fidelity. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be consistent. 5. Track your money. Use budgeting apps to stay in control without stress. 6. Think long-term. Ask yourself, will this decision help my future self? And finally, build frugal confidence, being proud to spend less because you're focused on more important things. Live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later. Dave Ramsey. Thinking like the new rich isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart, clear, and free. In the past, wealth was loud. Now, the smartest people are quiet about their success. They don't need to prove anything. They're not chasing likes or luxury labels. They're chasing peace, freedom, and time. The new rich have figured it out. Real wealth is being able to wake up without an alarm, take a walk in the middle of the day, and spend time with people you love. They don't want more stuff. They want more life. And the best part? You don't have to be a millionaire to start. You can begin by living simply, saving more, and making smarter choices. Real power is when you have nothing to prove. You don't need to look rich to be rich. The future belongs to those who value freedom over flash and learn how to live well, quietly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.